Welcome back, students. In this video, I would like to show you a very cool tool that you can use to enhance the visual appearance of your geospatial information and your GIS-based maps. So this is an online tool which is called Color Brewer that allows us to select optimal colors for our maps, and this we can do by following settings. So please watch this video to get to know more information how to combine and select the colors for your maps to make your maps looking even more professional and beautiful. So, first of all, it depends what kind of special data would you like to present in your maps. So, what is the nature of your data? If it is sequential, for example, the example of sequential data would be the elevation maps, or is it divergent? For example, if you have data showing um, low and high temperatures, or if you have a qualitative data. Qualitative data, it does not refer to some quantitative characteristics, but just qualitative data. There is also a help function here. If you don't know what exactly it means, you can always click on it and would get some basically help and also explanation which types of color scheme we use in which cases. Well, and of course, it depends how many classes you have. Let's say we have 5 classes, and our first type of the data is a sequential data. And here we have now we can choose different color schemes that are picked for us. So, for example, this is a green color scheme, but we could also choose violet color scheme or yellow and red. So you could really come through these different color schemes and see how it looks like. Let's say you like this color scheme, and then there are different opportunities how you could see how it will look like on your map. For example, you could put cities on the top of it. So this is I'm doing already in this context menu, or you could overlay it with roads, and then you could also choose what color should be the roads or other or cities to see um, how does this overlay information will look like if you add more elements um, in your map. For example, if you want to display on the top of our map, elevation map, let's say in this case, both roads, cities, then of course cities maybe black is not really a good color. Maybe you could choose red, maybe even something more bright. Well, but you can see exactly that this red color would be, though seen quite well here, in this shadows it will be not very much. It will lose the details, so we can't see it. So maybe then other colors could be uh, more appropriate. So for example, this green one stands out better compared to the previous red color. Yeah, so you could really see how this would look like. And once you are happy with the road, cities, borders, overlay information, if it is of course needed for you, you could also see how it would like if your background would be terrain, or if it will be just a solid color. This also could be modified. You could also play with color transparency in some cases and also see how it look like. Well, there is also an option of only show. If you click on information, you could see how different people and printing possibilities would be affected by different, depending on what what is your map, for whom or for which application your map is intended for. So, for example, for color blind friendly, this icon indicates that the given color scheme will not confuse people with color blindness. Color printing friendly option shows the suitable options for desktop color printing. Photocopy friendly indicates that data given in a color scheme will be good with photocopying. Yeah, so depending on your intended use of your map, you could choose different of these options, and then this will affect, of course, the color scheme that is displayed here. Okay, but coming back to our color scheme and our option, let's say we agree, we have come up with these colors with for both sequential nature of our data, but also for the contextual information with which we overlay our map. And then we would like to transform it to our QGIS or ArcGIS program. And this could be done by these color codes that are provided in this window here. So here we have different color codes, HEX, RGB, or CMYK. And then depending on what you prefer and your GIS software, you could select different formats. I think for ArcGIS, all of these formats are possible. So for example, you could also use RGB and then type in those numbers in a layer properties of QGIS and ArcGIS in order to get or achieve the same colors and to transfer the same color scheme to your project. There is also an option of exporting. And if you click on export, there are different options that you have. So, for example, you could either share a direct link to the color scheme, or you can also download it as a Adobe Swatch Exchange file for the scheme, or GIMP. If you are using GIMP, you can also download it as a GIMP color palette. And there is also a JavaScript, which is, for example, quite handy for Google or Search Engine, or you can also use it as CSS classes. So there is also this nice export option. Okay, this similar approach, or actually the same approach, would be applied if you have, for example, divergent information, let's say normalized difference vegetation index. Then you have also to select number of classes, and different options will appear. And then you could also select either you would like to have borders or would you not like to have borders, or how this would look like if you overlay it with cities or roads, and color schemes to this. And also the options of divergent color schemes would be also provided to you. I really like this, for example, very, very beautiful. Well, and for quantitative data, also different options, again, depending on the classes, the number of the palettes will be different, which you can also check here, and also export later on for your own map. So I hope this video you find useful to increase or enhance the color selection for your maps. I found this website really useful. I use it in my daily GIS work, and this is also one of the secret tricks how to make your GIS maps to stand out.